Well, this last time out, a frustrating one, right? Obviously, a hotly contested result there. So, what lessons do you take out of a fight like that?
Mate, I actually learned a hell of a lot of lessons. It actually made me make certain changes in my training camp, make certain changes there that were needed to be able to help myself progress and just really get the best out of myself. So, I mean, even looking at the fight, I mean, me and my dad watched it back like a load of times, and obviously, I threw more of my techniques and I was a lot more loose in there. So, aside from the fact, obviously, the result wasn't what we wanted, we know now, like, yeah, we can throw all these things, we can do all these things. Now it's just a case of strategically and just the way that you're fighting to be able to bring out and like unlock your full potential, which I know I have and I know I've got, and it's just a case of just bringing it out there. That was already just like that first step to doing that. So I was happy that I got out of the way. Obviously not the result we wanted, but had I had won, I wouldn't have made the appropriate adjustments that I did. So I'm actually very grateful as well. As bad as it is, like, financially, and then, obviously having a loss on your record and stuff like that, and 2 in a row, whatever, it couldn't have been a better thing that happened to me.
It's a very mature way of looking at it. Were you that way immediately after, or was there just like a whole lot of anger and frustration first?
Yeah, I don't think I was necessarily. I was just a bit more just like I don't know, like just taken aback, because like I said, I thought I really did enough to win that fight. I think I sort of just had to let it process in my mind a little bit. Obviously, yeah, straight away it wasn't it wasn't the greatest feelings in the world sitting back in the hotel room and on the flight back. But as soon as we got home and everything, it was right there and then we started planning our attack, or planning our way forward in order to be able to eradicate those errors and put on good performances.
That's awesome. So a lot of positives. Talk to me though about preparing for this event, because I'm curious for guys like yourself. When this thing gets relocated, and then there's visa issues, I imagine, and concerns like what are the laws going to be? Are they going to change things? Was this a tough training camp to keep focused on, like, yeah, that's the date and I'm going to be fighting?
There was never a change of focus, because I was already focused probably about 15 weeks out. Like, do you know what I mean? Already straight after I had the other fight, I was back in the room figuring out, okay, what do we need to do to go forward? What do we need to do to be able to fight the way that I want to fight, and the way that my dad knows that I can fight, because he's probably the only guy that has really seen absolutely everything, and it's just a case of being able to do it out there on the night. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, and then obviously I was lucky enough that I got my visa already sorted, so I had no problems in that area, so that was all good. I'm not going to lie to you, I really wanted to fight in front of a crowd. That would have been absolutely amazing. Hometown, people cheering for you. And I'm probably going to get a load of boos coming out. Do you know what I mean? Well, I don't know what it's like. I'm pretty sure there might be a couple of British people out there in the small crowd at the Apex. Do you know what I mean? Maybe 1 or 2 out there. But yeah, that was the main thing for me. I just wanted to fight in front of a crowd, finally, in front of a big stage, in front of my hometown. Like, do you know what I mean? But this is the fight capital of the world. This is Las Vegas. I mean, how could you not be happy? Do you know what I mean? I had really good feels the last time I was here. Do you know the way the UFC treats you and everything like that? So, I'm just proud and excited to be doing that once again.
Very nice. Talk about the matchup. Khalil, obviously, he's had some setbacks as well, but obviously he's an incredibly dangerous guy in there. So, what do you think about the matchup itself?
Yeah, he's a very dangerous guy. It's almost a situation where your idols become rivals, because I remember watching him on The Ultimate Fighter when I was like, I think I just turned pro. I think I was like maybe like 21 or something. I remember me and my dad have our little thing, like our little ritual, just to keep watching Ultimate Fighter every weekend. Just like the last one, we did the same thing. It's like our father-son time. And yeah, we were watching Khalil, yeah, obviously he's very dangerous, very explosive, and he's one of those guys where I was like, yeah, this guy's really good. So now for him to be standing across the cage in front of me, it's like a wow moment, but it's like exciting, to be able to fight someone of that caliber. Very explosive, very powerful. It's going to make for a very explosive matchup.
And I know you said, like, hey, setbacks, losses, or whatever, but I mean, does this feel big? Like, I mean, nobody wants to lose 3 in a row, right? I don't think a lot of people think you lost that last fight, but still, I mean, does this feel like an important kind of must-win type situation?
Yeah, to me, it's do or die, kill or be killed. You got, like, I'm really embracing the true gladiator mentality. You got to go out there and do the job at the end of the day. And for me, it's just about really just embracing just the whole environment. Every time I feel like good energy, positive vibes, you know what I mean? And just like, really just like, do you know what? Forget all that pressure, forget all this or that. Just go out there, go and perform, put yourself out there properly, leave no stone unturned. That's the way I want to fight, and that's the way that I'm going to be able to bring out the best of myself and get that win.
Nice. Last thing for me, what kind of fight do you think we see? Because on paper it looks like it's going to be fireworks.
Mate, fireworks is exactly the word. It's going to be an absolute banger. You do not want to miss this fight, is all I can say.
I mean, just curious, when you realised that there wasn't going to be a crowd, was there any part of you that was like, oh, maybe I'll just wait or push it to a pay-per-view, or do you just think like, I'll fight when I fight?
Hell no. as soon as my manager comes out with, oh yeah, you've got another fight coming up, I'm like straight away, I'm like excited. You get the buzz, you get like the jitters, like, oh yeah, I'm getting a fight coming up. I'm always excited. I just want to, without any, if I'm healthy and everything like that, I want to get in as much as I can. Do you know what I mean? It's an experience just to be able to do this thing, and we don't get to do this that often. The time's running out in terms of everyone's time to be able to do this. You've got new people coming up as well. It's such an exciting time to fight. So like for me, man, to fight in Vegas is an absolute honor for me. So whether it would have been London, Vegas, whatever, extremely happy to go out there and do my thing.